Welcome everybody to Halacha Unit Rambam. Today's Rambam Perik Yudches, Yutes, and Chof. The Rambam says in Perik Yudches Halacha Vov, Ir shebo b'motzer v'nichbesha, a city that has been under siege and was captured. If they totally surrounded the city, that no woman could run away, so they're watching it. From all four sides, those days, it was small cities. It was easily done. We learned this by Alichis in the Gemara in Ksubis, that all the ladies become posel l'kuna ki shvuyos. They have a din of a shvuya. Shema nivul l'goyim, could be they have relations with one of the soldiers. Asher al kain, and we know that an Eishes Koyin cannot be with her husband, even if she was nen, so if it was against her will. That's why she's asura l'koyin. Under 3 years of baby, there's no Isser. Says that I'm an interesting aloha. If there was a possibility, there was one little alleyway, one underground tunnel that one woman could have. There was a time a woman could run away. There is a hiding place in the whole city. One. Every lady could say that she was there. And they're all mutter. So there's a whole shaila in the Gemara over there. How can you say that everyone was there? There was only place for one lady. The Gemara is medamet to the sugya of shnei shvilim. If you have two pathways, one has a mess, one doesn't. So if the people come ask separately, you could say you're both Torah, you have a suffix. They come together, you can't. So here's a whole shak of a tie over there in the Gemara. How could you be matzil, the whole city, based on one machvaya? But the Rambam says it different. You're not believed because every lady could say, I'm in the machvaya. That doesn't make sense. And we're down on the whole city. So the Rambam says further in Halacha Chof Ches, Kates and Matzeles, how does this work? Shekol Isha Shomra Tehera Ni Nemenes. Not that there's a carte blanche heter for everyone in that city. They're not considered shvuyos. The Rambam says no. There's only a heter that she could say Tehera. Normally by a shvuya you need an aid. Kozman, there's no aid even if we trust the woman. There's an Isser shvuya that Chazal put. So even though there's no aid, she could say I ran away because there was a time that people could run away. Or I was in this hiding place. She could say that. I didn't run away. I didn't hide. But I wasn't Tomei. She has a migui. So it's a migui power. Since it's a migui power, everybody could say it. And it's not negeya to the sugya. Because they're not saying they're all were in the hiding place. It's not the gate to the sugya that we mentioned before of shnei shvilim, because they're not saying they all were in the machvaya. The machvoya gives them all the migui power. Since it gives them the migui power, they all could use it. Because she could have said, "Imlatati oiv machvoya is." There is a fascinating machlikas apostle brought down in the Shulchan Aruch, in the Chelkas Mechoykik, Simen Zayin, Dine Koyen, Shvuyel Koyen. He says like this: the Mechaber de Bis Yosef is maitik the Loshen Rambam, and says, "Shekol Isha Shomer Teirani Ne'emenes." Zokter is mashma for the Rambam, and also the Ran understood the Rambam this way, that the Isha has to taina. If the Isha doesn't taina, she doesn't get a carte blanche heter, and she's a shvuya. But if she taina, she has a migui. Zog the Chelkas Mechekek, v'hisig all over Ran. The Ran disagrees with the Rambam. The Daiti he holds. It's not the shit of the Ran. Shekol sheyesh machveya, that she's not a shvuya. Einu bichlal ir shekov shekart. V'anan ta'aninon lo. We tine it to her. The mistomete erahi. The Ran says she doesn't have to say anything. The mere fact there was a machvoya, oy shvuya, no shilas, she doesn't have to tie anything. And then the Chelkas Mechekek brings a tesis subes, the ball is shoylo of shafish of the leikoran, that it's, you don't say that they get a carte blanche. That's verstehen. What's the pshat of the Rambam? Why does the Rambam say they don't get a carte blanche heter? Why does the Ran say that they do get a carte blanche heter, and the machvoya achas is matzah? There is a Rogotchaver in Aloha Yud Ches. It's in Aloha Yud Zayin. And he wants to say a very geschmack pshat. Shvuya is also not because we think that she's a liar, not we think because nivala. Even if loy nivala, she gets a gather of shvuya, she gets a gather of a ba'ula. And to take her out from this Isser Chazal, shvuya is a isim in the Rabbonon for a kohen kol zman she'ein lo eid ameid shelei nisyachto lei mehani. Avol im yesho leo eid oy machvoyo, if there's an eid, says lo nisyachado. Or there's this machvoyo achas. Shuv leko leo shem shvuyo klal. And the Yerushalmi says, if there's two Eidim that says Nishpis Tahira, Kimoy Shoimim Zok the Yerushalmi Aloshin Loi Nishpis. What's it pshat? Two people say she was Nishpis. She said she didn't Loi Nisyachda. She didn't get Tomei. What is pshat in the Yerushalmi? Kimoy Shoimim Loi Nishpis. So in the Loimar, Shuv Einoi Begeder Shvuya. She's not a Shvuya. The Machvoya makes her a Shvuya. There's a Takonas Chazal that passes a Shvuya Lakoyen. Where there's a Machvoya, there's no Takonas Chazal. With this, it's very well understood the Ran. The Ran says, Kenan Afghanistan. V'chein im yesh machboyos of the Rambam shuv lehav anoshim begeder shvuyos kivan sheyechelin lahant min atzmon geht dort nicht der Isser shvuya v'ayin shom bedan o bedibir rabbeinu lekabon. So his svar is a very strong svar. He says to look in the Ran and the Rambam. The Ran, this explains very well, because the Ran says, since it's not a shvuya, because there's a machvoya, or there's a secret highway, or something that they could run away. If one lady could have run away. If it's not shvuya, then it's a carte blanche. The shaila is, why does the Rambam say if it's not a shvuya, why does she have to taina something? And she's believing in migul. The Rogotchaver brings it to explain shit to Rambam. The pshat in this Rogotchaver is like this. Even according to the Rambam, there's an issue that Chazal made of shvuya. And there's gedorim to be moitzi and isha from shvuya. This is a takonis Chazal. What's moishi and isha from shvuya? An aid that says leinis yachado. There's gedorim that then she's mutter. Here, where there's a machvoya, she's not a shvuya. She's not a shvuya. But there's some choshes. But it's not the get of takonis Chazal and shvuya. So there's different gedorim how she gets herself away from the other choshes, and she has to time the teherani. By a regular shvuya, she tines the tehera. Still, it doesn't do anything because manchalei there's no aid. But here it's not the takonis Chazal for shvuya. So even the Rambam could use the svara from the Rogotchaver, and that's why the Rogotchaver brings it. But the Rebbe is to help him, and we should continue learning Rambam for many years, which brings a lot of bracha, and learning the halachas, a little iyuna with the Rebbe Yumont. I shakeh to everybody, to the listeners, to the producers who put this together. Ashrei chelkom v'godol schusam.